Am I the bad guy for screaming at my mother after she refused to eat the dinner my wife slaved over? I am a 26-year-old male, and my wife is 22. We've been married for a little over a year, but we have been together for nearly 4 years. From the literal first day they met, my mother has made it glaringly obvious that she despises my wife. At first, I tried to brush it off as typical overprotective mom behavior, assuming she would adjust once she realized how serious we were. But now this woman is my wife, and my mother's hostility has only amplified. We recently bought our first home, and my mother came over last weekend to visit the new place for the first time. My wife, who has been completely swamped with her final university exams, went entirely out of her way to make the day special. She spent hours in the kitchen cooking a massive dinner and even baked my mother's absolute favorite dessert from scratch. When my mother arrived, my wife was genuinely glowing with excitement, smiling and trying to welcome her. My mother didn't smile back once. She completely froze her out, refusing to make eye contact and acting like my wife was an invisible maid. The absolute lowest point happened at the dinner table. My mother was happily eating until she asked who prepared the meal. The second I told her my wife made everything, she put her fork down and completely stopped eating. The food was objectively incredible, but my mother acted like it was poisoned. I watched the excitement drain from my wife's face. For the rest of the night, she gave up trying. Instead of hanging out with us in the living room, she just sat alone at the dining table with her textbooks, completely defeated. My wife is the kindest, most gentle person on the planet. The only flaw my mother has ever been able to point out is that my wife doesn't have an active relationship with her biological family. My mother actually brought this up during an argument once. But my wife's family was deeply abusive and toxic, and she made the incredibly brave choice to cut them off years ago for her own survival. What drives me insane is that my mother treats my younger brother's girlfriend like royalty. She loved all of my college exes too. But with my wife, she behaves like she doesn't exist. We want to start a family soon, but I refuse to bring children into this world if my mother is going to treat their mother like garbage. I finally went over to my mother's house alone to confront her. It turned into a screaming match. Her reasoning is completely unhinged. She claims my wife has an ulterior motive and is going to abandon me the second she graduates college. That makes zero sense because we are actively planning our future together. I completely lost it, defended my wife's honor, and told my mother she was being delusional. We ended the fight with a miserable truce. I told her she is banned from our house until she can learn to show basic human respect to the woman I chose to marry. I know she's going to try to test this boundary soon, and I'm terrified of the fallout. Am I the a-hole for putting my mother on a strict ban?